Daisy, are you doing fine with the housework? I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused you.
Don't worry about that.
I was going to come home early, but since I have a lot of shopping to do and some things to finish, I'll be home late. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you when you came all this way. At least, please, take your time.
I see. You really don't have to worry about that at all.
What? Why not?
Because you don't have to come back anymore.
What do you mean?
Huh? Don't you understand? It means you are no longer needed.
I beg your pardon?
I've decided to own this high-rise, so I can finally live in it. It's not a detached house, which is not the ideal I had in mind, but I don't have any complaints about high-rise. It's good enough.
I don't understand at all. Daisy, what are you talking about?
Oh, come on. You don't have to pretend that you don't understand. You know what's really going on, don't you? I'm more suited to live in a high-rise than you.
What on earth are you up to? Please, explain to me, Daisy. Besides, you shouldn't be so rude because I'm your family. I thought you were a nice person. I don't know when you started to act like this.
Well, I've been hiding my true nature and keeping a low profile.
What do you mean by true nature?
I don't like to go around in circles, so I'm going to tell you straight to the point. I've already received your husband's inheritance, so can you get out of my house? I don't need you anymore.
What did you say? Are you threatening me?
If you want to think so, be my guest. No matter what you say, your husband's inheritance is mine. The high-rise will be mine too. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I can't wait to live in such a beautiful room. So, Nicole, please, get out as soon as possible, okay? There's no point for you to live there anymore.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
You are such a dull woman, Nicole. I made a promise with your husband about owning the high-rise, but living together with you won't solve anything. I don't want to have a fight with you each day, so it would be faster to ask you to leave, right? That's why, please, leave for the sake of both of us.
Don't be selfish, Daisy.
I'm going to leave the apartment I'm living in now. If you don't move out, me and my husband won't be able to move in, so please, move out right away.
Are you trying to get me kicked out?
I think so.
Seriously? Is my son aware of this matter?
It doesn't matter. I haven't told Michael anything yet, but he is the eldest son, so he'll inherit the house in the end. What belongs to Michael belongs to me. In other words, the high-rise is mine.
What a silly woman. What kind of nerve do you have? You're like a thief.
Hold it right there, Nicole. Would you please stop talking nonsense? I've worked so hard to get my inheritance. I've tried so hard to be a good girl in front of everyone. Do you have any idea how hard it was? It's so stressful.
I didn't know that you've been thinking about the inheritance all the time.
That's right. But come on. Even though I wasn't being myself, you were nice to me. You should be grateful for that. I've been through a lot of difficult times, but if I can get my inheritance and a townhouse, that's fine. I'm sure the hardship will disappear in time.
I see. So, are you saying that you've been pretending all the time?
Are you trying to call me a great pretender? But it wasn't really me. I was acting anyway. By the way, if you think it's for money, you can laugh and go out with someone no matter how much you don't like them. I'm a little relieved that it's over because the period didn't last long.
How dare you? That sounds like you're glad that my husband is dead. Don't you have a human heart?
I didn't mean it that way, but I've got such a nice high-rise now, so I don't need you anymore. Thanks to my hard work.
I can't believe you just said that. How could you do such a terrible thing?
What kind of daughter-in-law do you think I was? Well, it can't be helped.
I was playing the role of an honest, gentle, kind-hearted wife of your son. I'm sorry if I disappointed you. Anyway, I don't care about you. As long as I have this high-rise, I'll have a great life. I don't have to worry about anything, so why don't you get the heck out of here? I didn't know you're such a devil. It's a surprising fact now that I found out about your true nature. Don't call me devil. That's rude. The moment my husband died, you changed your attitude. All you wanted was his fortune. This is definitely a scam. Scam? What a bold statement. I don't think so. You can think that way if you want to. The inheritance and this high-rise is mine now. I'm really glad I married Michael because he's the eldest son. I'm really grateful to him. Did you use my son to accomplish your own selfish purpose? Were you just aiming for his money? I didn't say anything about that, did I? Well, but it turns out that way, so I don't blame you for saying so. It looks like I won't have any problems in the future, so I have to thank your husband and Michael from the bottom of my heart. Do you really think that's acceptable? What you're doing is a crime. Are you aware of that? I don't think you can just get away with it. First of all, my husband would never allow such a thing. Stop blabbering nonsense. You make me laugh. I think you must have gone crazy with grief from losing your dearly beloved husband. Your husband is no longer alive. You can't even talk to him. So how would you know that he won't allow me to do whatever I want? Be careful with your words, Daisy. I don't think my husband would forgive you. I know it's unfortunate, but none of us will ever see your husband again. So I don't care about your husband's thoughts, and so on. Cut it out, Daisy. Don't yell at me. Let me tell you something. You were stealing money whenever you visited our house, weren't you? What are you talking about? Every time you came to our house, you would take some money out of my wallet and my husband's wallet too. Do you think we didn't notice that? Both of you knew about that? That's too bad because I thought you didn't notice. Anyway, how did you find out? Of course, both I and my husband noticed. Some money was missing from our wallet. I even had a fight with my husband because of you. One day, I was crouching in the corner of the kitchen. That's when I saw you taking money out of my wallet. I was appalled. I even wished it was a bad dream. I was very distressed, but you were kind to my husband. You also seemed to be very devoted to Michael, so I decided to keep quiet. Well, later on, my husband found out. You really married Michael just for the money, didn't you? That's not true. I loved Michael with all my heart. Would you be satisfied if I told you that? Well, it's true that I wanted to live in this high-rise. By the way, you really are an annoying woman, so please get out of this house as soon as possible. That's selfish. Don't be silly. The high-rise will still be my home even after my husband's death. What are you talking about? Your husband passed away, so it's mine. Because Michael is inheriting it. It's not yours. Too bad. Stop your futile resistance and get out. I don't care what you say, but I'm going to live in the high-rise. I think you better watch your words. You'll regret saying that. You are the one who should watch your words. If you won't leave, I'll hire a mover to clean out your stuff. If you don't want me to do that, you'd better pack up your stuff quickly. You should understand your current situation. This is why I hate elderly people like you. Geez, you really have no common sense. I guess there's nothing I can say to you. I've had enough. Have you finally given up? You should have said so earlier. I wouldn't have had to talk about it all the time. Seems that you're not a person who gives up easily. Now that Michael has inherited both the money and high-rise, there's nothing you can do about it. I've decided that I'll take the high-rise along with the money. I'm going to take good care of it and live in it so you don't have to worry. So just get the heck out of there. Understood. If that's the way it is, I won't relent. Well then, please pay $10,000 for the monthly rent.
What?
If you want me to leave so badly, you'll have to pay for the monthly rent. I wonder if you can pay that.
What are you talking about? Have you really lost your mind? Stop kidding me, okay? I don't need to pay for the rent because I own the high-rise.
I'm not joking, and the high-rise is not yours. I'm very serious about this. The house is in my name, and I was planning to rent it out from now on. The only reason I'm late today is because I had to finish the paperwork. I did it in one day, so it was a lot of work.
What do you mean by renting the high-rise? I don't understand.
I'm going to rent out the high-rise to other people, and the monthly rent fee is $10,000. The land value here is high, and the top floor has a great view, so I thought that price would be reasonable. You can live here, but I'll charge you for the rent.
Wait a minute. You can't charge me for the rent because you're going to get kicked out from the high-rise. $10,000 for monthly rent is just too much. Stop joking.
I've already signed a contract for the rent.
Why are you being so selfish? There's no way I'm going to pay that. I mean, I can't pay it.
Then you can't live there. You need to find another place to live.
No way.
You don't have to stay in the high-rise anymore. I want you to leave now. I'm not comfortable meeting you. That's why don't ever show your face in front of me again.
What did you say? This house belongs to your husband, right? Michael is the eldest son, and he inherited it. So it's mine. You are the one who shouldn't show your face in front of me.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I missed the timing to tell you. My husband's entire inheritance is going to me, who is his spouse. That includes the high-rise.
What do you mean?
My kids had a family meeting and decided about that. My son and daughter are all doing well in their own businesses without any problems. So they decided that they don't need my husband's inheritance. Moreover, my husband has given our children his inheritance when he was alive.
What? When? I didn't know anything about that.
Why should you be told about that? Stop being so brazen.
Because I was nice to your husband. I was nice to you too, and I took care of you. I was an honest and caring daughter-in-law, right?
You think my husband didn't notice about that?
What?
He knew all about it. That you came to our house and stole our money.
Are you sure?
No one will leave any inheritance to someone who stole money every time she came to visit. Don't you understand? I inherited the high-rise so that my children wouldn't be cheated by people like you. That was my husband's wish too.
Oh no! Your husband wished for that?
Michael told you about the inheritance, but it wasn't about something he inherited after my husband died. Aren't you ashamed of yourself, trying to kick your husband's mother out of the house because of misunderstanding?
Wait a minute. Are you saying I misunderstood?
You're the only one who would make a mistake like that. You're so stupid.
Huh? Does that mean I can't live in the high-rise?
That's right. It's a very nice place with a great view. But it's too good for me to live here alone. I'm supposed to rent it out to a rich guy who's been looking for a place to live. If you can pay for the monthly rent, you can live here.
No, I can't do that.
That's why you, who can't pay the rent, have to leave immediately.
What? That's terrible. We are a family, so please do something about it. I'm the wife of your eldest son.
Excuse me? I just asked Michael, but it seems that he didn't know anything about it.
What do you mean that he didn't know?
Everything. First of all, you were stealing money from my husband's and my wallets. You lied to Michael about getting an allowance from us, didn't you? I can't believe you stole that much money from us.
Did Michael tell you that?
He's here anyway. I've told him everything you wrote in your messages.
No kidding! Why would you do that?
My son has the right to know about everything. Anyway, since you can't pay for the monthly rent, I'm going to rent the high-rise to the rich man. I'm afraid you'll have to leave at your earliest convenience.
Why? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. As he read your message, Michael seems to be quite taken aback too.
You shouldn't let Michael read our messages. Let's keep this as a secret between you and me.
A secret? Stop fooling around. I was shocked when I found out you were stealing money to buy goods from luxurious brands. But I thought it was fine as long as you took good care of them.
I feel rich when I have those things. If possible, I wanted the design that those famous Hollywood actresses have. But they're just too expensive.
Isn't it obvious? We're not a rich family after all.
Besides, those things I bought, I couldn't sell them with a high price, so I really needed the money.
There's no end to what people can afford. It's enough to have what you deserve.
But you want to have something different from others, don't you? That's what makes you unique.
What are you talking about? Buying luxurious brands products with money you stole from others doesn't make you unique. It's only when you put in the effort to buy it that it becomes valuable. How much did you spend on those things? I'm sure the contents of my wallet and my husband's wallets were far from enough, right?
Well,
how did you manage to get the extra money you needed? Surely you weren't stealing from other people's homes, were you?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't do that.
Then what did you do?
I used Michael's credit card.
What?
I had his credit cards in my custody.
I'm speechless.
Please, don't tell Michael about the credit cards, okay?
How much did you spend?
I can't tell you.
Fine. Michael will find out about that. I'll make sure you pay for what you've spent.
Seriously?
Money matter is a serious matter. You have to return what you spent without permission.
Please don't say that. I can't pay you back that amount right away. So please don't tell Michael. If he finds out, he'll tell me to go to work for sure.
I think it's too late.
Why?
I told you I'm with Michael now, didn't I? We're doing paperwork together for the high-rise. Of course, he's watching the whole conversation.
You mean our conversation?
I've told you many times, right? I also told you that Michael is watching. He's sitting beside me and is stunned by your words.
It's terrible to show him the whole conversation.
I have no choice since he's beside me. I guess it bothered him too.
Oh no!
Because what you did was too much. I think, rather than having you to start working, Michael is going to divorce you.
Huh? Divorce? That's impossible. If I get divorced, I won't be able to live in the high-rise for the rest of my life. If that happens, it's your fault.
Don't blame others. You must take responsibility of what you've done. Besides, either way, you can't live in the high-rise. You have absolutely no right to live there. As expected, Michael said that he wants a divorce. I know you were trying to get rid of me, but now you're going to lose everything. I'm sorry for you. Well, good luck with your job. Please return the money you spent on luxurious brands to Michael. Oh, and I'm going to charge you for the money you stole from me and my husband. Don't whine that you can't afford it. Just be prepared. Nicole was surprised at the shallow thinking and actions of her son's wife. It seems that Daisy was kind to her and her husband with the intention of receiving Nicole's husband's inheritance. Nicole didn't expect Daisy to show her true personality right after Nicole's husband passed away. It seems that Daisy was aiming for the high rise. She was shocked to find out that the property belonged to her mother-in-law, as it was already registered in her name before her father-in-law passed away. Even if she wanted to rent it, the rent would be $10,000, and she couldn't afford it. Daisy was devastated to find out that she would not receive any inheritance either. Still, she was planning to move in with her mother-in-law if she could. But Nicole was completely disgusted with Daisy's attitude. As expected, Daisy was told to leave immediately. Moreover, Daisy's husband, Michael, also found out about her terrible attitude towards his mother. On top of that, it was discovered that Daisy had been using her husband's credit card to buy some goods from luxurious brands. The amount was over $50,000. Daisy ended up being divorced and was kicked out of the house she was living in. She had no place to live and no money. But since she is being charged for the money she spent on luxurious brands' goods, she will have to repay the money from now on. She's now working at night to earn money for her own living expenses and repayments. Daisy has made a big mistake, and as a result, she's now living a miserable life. Let's hope that she will reflect on this enough and work hard for the rest of her life to repay her debts.
Hello there, Isabel. I just heard about it. I know it's hard for you to say, so I'll just say it. Lisa, is that you? What did you text me at this hour? Seems that you're up to something. I'm curious anyway. By the way, are you having a day off from your part-time work today? Hey, stop calling me a part-timer. Only college students have part-time jobs, right? It's embarrassing. You have no delicacy at all, Isabel. Is that so? I don't know what the standards are for that kind of thing, so I can't really say. Anyway, are you off work today? Yes, but I mean the way you said that kind of pisses me off. Are you in a position to tell people? What about you, Isabel? Are you off work too today? It's a weekday. Oh, actually, No need to tell me. Even I can understand that much. You were fired from your job, right? Huh? Fired from the company? Me? Wait a minute, Lisa. What are you talking about? Are you going to play dumb with me at this point? When I called you on the phone today, I told you first, didn't I? I said I heard about what happened to you. Oh, you said something like that. That was about you getting fired from the company. Huh? Wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? I wasn't fired from the company. Who told you that? I mean, I heard about it. I heard about that when your mother-in-law was talking on the phone with you. She told me now to go home and relax since you don't have a job anymore. I'm sorry if I eavesdropped, but I didn't do it on purpose. I just heard it accidentally. Well, that's exactly what my mother-in-law said to me on the phone. Anyway, did you just decide from that conversation that I was fired from my job? It's quite obvious, isn't it? Well, I knew the company would be in trouble if they employ an uneducated person like you. I guess you just have to give up and accept it. You deserve that anyway. Wait, what do you mean? Lisa, you're always looking down on me. Did I do something wrong to you? Is there something you don't like about me? What? You don't even notice that? You married my brother Stephen, even though you're not at all compatible with him. I've always felt sorry for him. Don't tell me you don't feel sorry for him. He deserves a better wife. Geez, are you talking about that again? I'm tired of hearing that story over and over again. I've had enough. Do you think you have the right to say that to me? You married such a brilliant and perfect man who was my brother. You are not an eligible woman for him. To put it bluntly, both of you are disproportionate. Hey, Lisa, we promised we wouldn't talk about it anymore, didn't we? I told you that Stephen was mad too, didn't I? If you don't understand, I'll tell him. I just can't accept the fact, you know? My brother has always been a good student and an all-around athlete. He graduated from a prestigious university and got a job at a well-known company. Why would he marry such a useless woman like you? It's just unbelievable. Useless woman? That's the first time anyone's ever said that to me. Lisa, I think you should watch your language. Everyone thinks about it, but they just can't say it. Mom and Dad let you marry Stephen just because you're the one he chose. They may have let you get married without saying anything, but I'm not, because it's impossible for me to stay quiet. I was staying at the college's dormitory, so I wasn't at my parents' house at that time. That's my only regret. If only I had been there when my brother brought you to her house, I would have stopped him by any means. It's a stain on my life. You're so rude. I think you're not supposed to say that to me. If you say anything more selfish than that, then as you imagine, I'll get angry too. Why don't you just go ahead and get mad at me? I'm not afraid of you at all. Instead, I'll tell my brother. I'm going to tell him that you're bullying me. No kidding. Look, I know you care about your brother so much, but you're already 25 years old right now. Don't complain about little things like that. You're being childish. You should spend your time thinking about something else. You're wasting your life. I have no idea what you're talking about. Seriously, you're annoying me. Are you trying to say that I'm as childish as an elementary school girl? I didn't go that far. Steven and I are already married. That's the fact that we can't change now. That's why I think it's best that we get along as sister-in-laws. At least, that's what I'm hoping. Are you kidding me? I'll never get along with you. I don't want to get along with the person who took away my brother from me. Oh dear. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. But I want to keep things as amicable as possible. You are my husband's sister, and I want to take good care of you. Like the case with my company, just don't assume that I got fired, okay? You're desperately trying to make excuses. I'm sorry to say it, but, well, a middle school graduate like you can't get a proper job, can you? I feel sorry for my brother that he got married to such a bad wife. Yeah, whatever. Can we end this conversation here? I have to go shopping now. Goodbye. A housewife who got fired from her job is so carefree. I want to be carefree too. Oh, I can't wait until you and my brother get divorced. I'll be waiting for that day to come. You must think about it. Hi, Lisa. Can I talk to you for a minute? Huh? What do you want? I'm busy, so just make it quick. I'm sorry for calling you out of the blue, but I thought it's important to tell you as soon as possible. To be honest, I'd rather you tell my brother so he can just let me know. I'm sorry. Steven is busy with work every day. Yeah, that's right. You just got fired from your job and you're not busy. I forgot about that. I'll cut to the chase. It's about your wedding 2 months later. The first anniversary of my father's death is the day before your wedding. I'm planning to go back home that day, but my parents' house is far away, so I might have to stay there. So on the day of your wedding, I might arrive quite late. So what? Well, because I'm your sister-in-law, I thought I should let you know. I see, but I don't think it's any of my business. What? Why? It's your wedding day. Because you won't come to my wedding, right? Excuse me? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. I'm the one who should be asking you that question anyway. Are you saying that you were going to join us at my wedding day? You've got to be kidding me. That's embarrassing. But I got the wedding invitation. You invited us jointly in my husband's name, right? Of course, that's just a pretext. I'll definitely invite my brother, but I didn't invite you, Isabel. Oh gosh, you mean you don't want me to come to your wedding? That's what I'm saying. You must tell Steven that you won't come on my wedding day, okay? Because it's seriously unpleasant. I feel bad for my husband's relatives if he knows that his sister-in-law is a middle school graduate. My brother will also feel ashamed of himself, right? Wait a minute, Lisa. That's a little harsh, don't you think? Harsh? I don't think so. The bride is the star of the wedding. I'm the bride, and I'm saying that I don't want you to come. Are you trying to make me the heroine of the day upset? That's terrible. I didn't mean to. I just want to congratulate you on your wedding day. You don't need to do that. I mean, never mind about that. I didn't go to your wedding party either. What? I thought you didn't go to your wedding because you weren't feeling well on that day. Are you telling me that it was because you didn't want to go? That's what it was about. You didn't really believe that I was feeling unwell, did you? Of course it was a lie. A lie? That's horrible. Steven and I were really worried about you. Well, I told my mom and dad that I really wasn't feeling well. Telling them that I didn't want to go because I hate you, it's just too rude, right? So that's why I lied. I just told them that I wasn't feeling well enough to attend your wedding. The truth is, I just didn't want to go. My, oh my, that's too much to bear. So, you know what? You don't have to come to my wedding. I mean, I don't remember inviting a middle school graduate. If you insist on coming, I can hire you as a staff. Lisa. That's it. First anniversary of your father's death. Why don't you go alone? Don't bother my brother, okay? Well then. Lisa. Hey, what's going on? It's terrible that you're kicking me out. What's so terrible? I warned you not to come, didn't I? Even though I warned you beforehand, you ignored my advice and came here, didn't you? You got what you deserved. It's my sister-in-law's wedding. I wanted to congratulate you. Why are you being so mean to me? Then I'll just accept your feelings. Steven gave me the wedding gift too. I'll accept it gratefully. You can send me the wedding gift to me personally too. Don't be silly. I'll tell Steven about this. Go ahead. I'll tell him that you went to get some air because you didn't look well. You can say whatever you want. What's that? Hey, can you just divorce Steven? Then there's no point in attending my wedding today, right? I think that's the best way to solve this problem. Don't you think that's a good idea? Enough is enough, Lisa. I'll put an end to all of this. What? What do you mean by that? You're really divorcing my brother? Oh, finally, my dreams come true. Huh? No way. Why would I divorce my beloved husband? I have no intention of doing that. What a useless woman! When you mention about ending something, that means divorce, right? I had high hopes for you, but I lost it right away. You're just a coward who doesn't have the courage to do what you're supposed to do. I'll end it properly. The contract with your husband's company. What? My husband? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I don't understand. You have a husband you're proud of, right? He took over your father's company and became president a year ago, didn't he? Yes, he did. But still, Terry is such an amazing guy. He's a company's president at the age of 30. He's seriously a genius. Genius, huh? I'm not so sure about that, but okay. So he doesn't have any problem with losing one of his clients, right? Huh? Losing clients? What are you talking about? I don't think you understand. It would be useless to explain it to someone who doesn't have the knowledge anyway. Anyway, I'm leaving for home. Wait, hey, I'm not done talking. I have to get ready soon. You've got to explain it properly now. I'll let you know when the wedding is over. You don't want me to attend, do you? Then I won't participate as you wish. What on earth do you think you're doing? You're so arrogant. You are not qualified to participate from the start. I've got a brilliant brother Steven and my husband is a president of the company. I can't have a sister-in-law who's a middle school graduate. Get out of my face, stupid woman. I'll do that without you telling me, but don't regret it, okay? Huh? Are you crazy? I'm the happiest woman in this world, so there's no way I'm going to regret it. Please give my best wishes to your husband. If you try to have a relationship with my husband, I won't let you. You want to get close to him because he's the president of the company, don't you? Well, I can understand that a middle school graduate is only capable to think that way. But still, it sucks. I'll talk to my brother about this. Yeah, whatever. You can do anything you want. As you wish, Lisa. Well, have a nice wedding. Hey, Isabel! We just finished the wedding. Really? Well, you did a great job, but why did you bother to text me? Don't say anything unnecessary when my brother comes home, okay? I told him that you went home because you weren't feeling well. Oh, I didn't know we were talking about that, but I'm sorry. I've already told Steven everything. Huh? What are you doing? I thought you left without saying anything afterwards. Maybe that's why. Well, I'm sure it is. You've got to be kidding me. I wanted to take a picture of me and my brother together. We didn't even get a single picture. It's all your fault. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but still, you should be polite to your sister-in-law or family. You're not my family. I really don't want a sister-in-law who graduated from middle school. I can't introduce you as family. My husband said he's ashamed of you too. Oh, I see. I'm sorry to hear that. Tell him the contract terminated. Huh? Contract? Is that what you were talking about before the ceremony? That's right. So, what is it? Did you tell your husband? Don't just say things that don't make sense. What contract? You were fired from your job, weren't you? Yes, that's right. I'll just need to let the company know what I want, and they'll do what I want. I don't understand. I mean, your company has nothing to do with Terry, my husband. Don't say weird things. You really don't know anything, do you? I'm starting to feel sorry for you. About what kind of company I worked for, what kind of work I did. Well, how would you know? Anyway, I don't care. You're always making fun of me for being a middle school graduate. What do you mean? What the hell are you talking about? Well, to make it easy for you to understand, Lisa, I was in charge of dealing with various companies, and one of those companies was your husband's company. What? You were doing business with Terry's company? That's right. And we were the main contractor and your husband was a subcontractor. Seems that Terry has a big attitude. So big that it makes me so angry. That gentle Terry? That's a lie. Don't say strange things just because you weren't invited to the wedding. It's not a lie. He's terrible, you know. He's been verbally abusive to me several times. Well, I don't think he realizes that I'm your sister-in-law, but I think that's his true nature. Verbal abuse? I can't believe it. He's always been a gentleman. So let me get to the point. I'm ending the contract with your husband's company. What? Sounds like a bad business situation, huh? They've been asking for a lot less than the market price. There are many other companies that want to do business with us on good terms. I don't want a bad manager like Terry get involved. I'm going to end the contract now. Wait a minute. I don't understand. Is Terry's company in trouble? It seems like it. I heard a rumor that a lot of employees are quitting. Well, if the president is behaving like that, it's obvious. I don't think the employees will follow him either. I feel sorry for them. I don't know anything about that. I thought I was going to have the life of luxury, because I'm a company's president's wife. I guess you shouldn't expect that to come. I'm sure Stephen and your parents will cut you off the family ties because of this incident. You may not have much of a glamorous life, you know. No kidding. Wait a minute. Why is a poorly educated person like you working for a company? Also, the fact that Terry's company is involved. That's a lie for sure. Frankly speaking, I have a college degree. What? You're a college graduate? Are you serious? Well, I graduated from middle school in North Carolina. I didn't go to high school, but... I knew it. How did you get the college degree then? You're lying about everything you've said, aren't you? This is why I hate middle school graduates. They are bad liars. After graduating from middle school, I couldn't go to high school because I couldn't afford it, but I worked part-time and obtained my high school diploma. I went to college overseas and graduated while working part-time there. What? Overseas? That's right. And after that, a friend of mine started a company and hired me. I'm the main person in charge of the transactions. Well, I'm taking some time off anyway. Some time off? Is that why you weren't at work? I thought you were fired. I'm pregnant. I just got maternity leave. I'll be back to work after the baby is born. What? You didn't tell me about that. I tried to tell you, but you didn't even listen to me, Lisa. You just misunderstood me, didn't you? Your mother and father are very upset about this, and Stephen says he's going to cut ties with you too. You deserve that anyway. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry I ever said those horrible things. I'm so sorry, Isabella, so please, if Terry's company is in trouble, I'm in trouble too. It's none of my business. I'm not your family, am I? You told me that by yourself. I hope you'll be happy with your husband, who is the president of the company whom you love so dearly. See you. Have a good luxury life. Then, as recommended by my husband, I blocked Lisa's number. Lisa's parents have distanced themselves from her because of this incident. She was also told not to come back to her parents' house. Of course, Lisa's husband's company lost a lot of money when the contract with our company was terminated. Now they are in debt and somehow struggling to keep the business running. Serve them right.